Leo, hello Leo. Welcome back to my channel. This is Skeleton Key Tarot, and this is a tarot card reading for Leo. All Leo placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Wherever you've got Leo in your chart or in your life, there's something in this message for you. And as always, cross watchers are welcome here too. So let's begin. Messages for Leo, please. What does Leo need to know? We're going to start with your tarot, and then towards the end, we're going to get you an angel number from the book, and I will intuitively choose an oracle for you as well. But let's get started. So the first card that came out is the Ace of Swords. You have a new idea. You have a great idea. You have a genius idea. You are so smart right now. You are so clear in your thinking. You're getting so focused on something here that is going to be very, very positive and really good for you. Good for you, Leo. I almost feel a little bit breathless right now for some reason. I'm not sure why. I feel like I need to catch my breath. This is like breathtaking, amazing, good idea, really good idea. Like something that you've been thinking about doing is the right thing to do. I also have this message that there's communication back and forth. There's a conversation here that may be important about talking about something in a very clear, direct, open, honest way so that there's no ambiguity, there's no unanswered questions, there's something that's being made crystal clear. That's what I'm seeing. Crystal clear. Telling the truth, getting the truth, hearing it, and so this new information that's coming in, this new perspective that's coming in, this new idea that's coming in is crystal clear, focused, sharp, sober. You know what I'm saying? Like this is it. Ooh, wow, Ace of Pentacles, yes. Okay, so not only do you have this great new idea, you have this amazing opportunity to make it real, to make it happen. There's a pathway opening up to you for a new beginning in your life. There is magic in this moment. There is magic in the overlooked, seemingly mundane, everyday, day-to-day material of creation that we tend to overlook. And I've been meditating on this Ace of Pentacles a lot lately. And I have this little acorn here, and this little acorn, this little pony brass acorn, it reminded me so much of the Ace of Pentacles. I just wanted to put it on my tarot desk right now because I've been thinking a lot about this. Maybe I've said this to you before, but we overlook so much magic in our lives. And I feel like the Ace of Pentacles coming out like this, it's like calling your attention to that magic in the day-to-day, in the everyday things that we tend to overlook. Like a little acorn. They're so common, right? They're everywhere. But inside that acorn is the potential to grow a tree, like a whole forest, really. Isn't that amazing? If you think about it, that's amazing. So it's like if the acorn is like the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles is that seed, and you plant that seed, and under the right conditions, that has the potential to grow into a tree. And that tree is going to produce 1,000 more acorns. And each one of those thousands of more acorns that tree produces over the course of its life also could potentially become another tree, which would then continue the cycle. So there's this exponential growth. There's this infinity here that is available to you. So you're getting very, very clear on this direction that you're going to go in. You're making a dream come true. You're making this idea real. Oh my goodness. Let's get a little bit more. I saw something and I don't know. Let's see. Let's get a little. What's one more card here for the top line for Leo? This is amazing. This could be a new job or a new opportunity here. What's the. Okay. Yep. You're getting ready to go. This is victory, success. This is a Chariot. This is forward movement. This is Cancer energy, by the way, as well. So someone could have Cancer in their chart. You could. Cancer, earth signs, air signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. There's Earth at the bottom here. Ace of Cups. Are you kidding me? You may be moving to a new home, or there's a home, a place where you love to live, a shelter that you love. I just heard shelter from the storm. Queen of Cups, the two, oh wow. Okay. You are going to love this. Something that you are building, that you are growing, that you are invested in, that is new, a new direction in your life, in love, in money, in ideas, in perspective. The clarity, the focus, the tangible material of creation, the forward movement of your willpower, your direction in life, your journey, your spiritual journey, your physical journey, your growth in abundance and in love as well. Because you have the Ace of Cups here, there's a new love relationship probably, or this is your heart that's overflowing with joy and compassion and empathy, and there's a real connection here with somebody. Could be an earth sign, doesn't have to be, but the Queen of Pentacles talks to me about the home and the body. She talks to me about taking really good care of your living space, where you live, how you live, and your body, the things that you eat, like the nutrition, the movement, the exercise, fitness or comfort. Because she also speaks to me about the habits that we do every day, our day-to-day habits, our daily routine. That will determine our lifestyle tomorrow. The habits we have today, the routines that we have today, determine our life tomorrow, next week, next year, 6 months from now, 6 years from now. She's very practical. She's very responsible. She's down to earth, very natural. There's also a sense of fertility here. Things have so much potential to grow. A lot of this is still a potentiality, and I feel like there are decisions that need to be made as well. But you love this. It's a very practical love, or it's a very physical sensuality, but it's also very like realistic, or this is also the soil and the water that you feed to this idea, this seed that you're planting in this good soil. Okay, there's a heartfelt connection. Ooh, King and Queen of Pentacles. This is what I'm saying. It's like you have a match here. You are matched with someone who shares your same values, who shares your same beliefs or traditions or conventionality or something, culture, or, you know, whatever values are to you, your beliefs, your spirituality, your preferences, where you want to live, how you want to live. There's a innate understanding. Look at how close they are. Do you see these two? King and Queen of Pentacles. There's nothing coming between them. This is a bond of love. Look at this. 4 of Wands. This is what I'm saying. Like, you could be marrying this person. The Hierophant, Taurus energy. Again, commitment, conventional. There's something about like conventions or tradition or reverence for routine. Reverence for ritual, turning the routine into a ritual, like the magic of the day-to-day, domesticity. There's something so solid and practical and immovable about this, so stable, so secure about this relationship. Okay, yeah. Wow. Wow. Okay. I'm just saying, like, I'm looking at the bottom here because you've got this nine of Wands. This is a 4 of Wands. The 4 of Wands is a celebration. It's a completion. It's reaching a milestone in your project, in your life, in your relationship. This could be a milestone in a relationship, like an anniversary. It could be a wedding. It could be a celebration of some kind. It could be a birthday or something. You could be connecting with an Aries, and their birthday could be coming up. This is also Venus in Aries. But I'm asking, like, well, what is this milestone? And it looks like with the 8 of Cups, walking away from a situation that is spiritually and emotionally unfulfilling, that may have been a kind of success in the past, but there's something missing. Walking in the direction of 2 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. A long-term, loving, committed relationship. So this is what you're traveling in the direction of. This is what you're doing. This is your new beginning. Something has to end so that something new can begin. Something's got to come to completion, and that's the only way it's going to work, is something. If you've got to end out a cycle in your life, wrap something up, tie up any loose ends. This is the message. It's like tying up loose ends, moving forward, going. There may be some, I do get some lingering feeling of maybe some regrets or some hard feelings about the past, like feeling like you don't have what you need. Things that may have been on the surface successful, like that Eight of Cups talks about leaving something successful behind because it's not actually what you need. And maybe you spent a lot of time building that up, but now you're going in this direction. You are moving forward towards the love and wealth and abundance and like sharing a lifestyle. This is like, wow. What more can I say? The two of you want the same thing. You want the same thing. You have the same ideas. You share the same vision for the future. This is your chance. This is your opportunity. This is your person. This is your direction in life. This is your journey. This is where it's bringing you. It's bringing you into union and tranquility, peaceful place. It's very peaceful. It's actually kind of boring. Actually, King and Queen of Pentacles are not the most exciting. They are kind of boring, actually, but they're peaceful and they're stable. So do you like stability? Do you like peace? Do you like things to be kind of predictable? Do you want to know pretty much what your life is going to look like? I mean, that's what I'm seeing. So you could be starting your own business, because the King of Pentacles owns property. He owns a business. He's a business owner, property owner. He's financially stable and secure. He's a provider. He is a breadwinner. And like the Queen of Pentacles could also be a businesswoman. She's more likely to work from home. The two of you might work from home, or you work together on this. It's a mutual endeavor that the two of you are working on. You're both committed to this. Okay, there could also be something kind of traditional or conventional about your union. That's what the Hierophant talks about: tradition, convention, reverence for the ritual, the way things have always been done, 6,000-year-old traditions, you know. There could also be occult studies or esoteric studies, knowledge, wisdom that's being passed down. I'm reminded that the Hierophant is the intermediary between spirit and the people, God and like the people. So he's the teacher who's got the keys to the library. He's got the language. He's got the knowledge of the language of the alphabet, literally the alphabet. And he can give you that knowledge. And that's his whole role. His role in this scheme of things is to be the keeper of the keys, the keeper of the arcana, and to teach them, to continue the lifespan of the spirit of the living knowledge, to pass it along to the initiates. So he's going to give you the keys. He's going to give you the book. He's going to give you the alphabet. He's going to give you the dogma, the doctrine. But it's up to you, the student, right? If you're the student, it's up to you to study. It's up to you to do the work. The Hierophant's going to give you the information that you need, but it's up to you to do the work. For some reason, that could be important. Like you may be literally going to school or going to class, or maybe you're the teacher. I see these two, the King and Queen of Pentacles on either side. It's like the two initiates at the bottom. You see that? And it's kind of like the two of them are approaching this, the Hierophant, the teacher, the Pope, the priest, the guide. And they're getting this information. And they take that information, and the two of you could be getting this information from this source and applying that knowledge to what it is that you're building and growing together. There's a sense of emotional balance, peace, tranquility, as well as like, I just heard the word uniformity, but I also just heard like, I'm just hearing structure, stability, wealth, comfort. It's a very comfortable union here. Okay, let's shuffle a little bit more and get a little bit deeper on this. So you have a new opportunity. You, regardless of who you're connecting with, if you're connecting with anybody, you have this new opportunity and you're going for it. Like, you are so set. You are ready to go. You are in preparation in order to go on this path that is opening up for you. You've got the knowledge, you've got the idea, you've got the money, you've got the resources, you've got the magic, you've got the willpower, you've got the endurance. It will be victorious. You are going to reach the finish line. That chariot being there, yes you are. You're going to have your victory lap. And the thing about the chariot, it reminds us that when we get to the finish line and we achieve what it is that we set out to achieve, it's also important to be a little bit humble, to have the humility and the grace and the poise and the class to give thanks to those who help us along the way, to recognize the support systems and the teachers, the guides, the helpers, the people who helped us along the way. When you reach the finish line and you get up at the podium to give your victory speech, right? Make sure you say thank you to Spirit, God, Goddess, the universe, your friends and family, and everyone who helped you along the way. Like they do at like the award ceremonies. I'm seeing an award ceremony in my mind right now, and you're getting up on the podium on the stage, and you're receiving the trophy, and you have a speech, and you're not going to just sit there and be like, I did everything all by myself and aren't I the greatest? Which maybe you are. I'm not saying you're not the greatest. You probably are. But, you know, when people get up on stage, the right thing to do, the classy thing to do, the conventional thing to do is to say thank you to your producer and your manager and your mom and, you know, God or whoever, you know, the goddess, Hecate, whoever that you believe in, whatever you're working with, your coworkers. Like, saying thank you and giving back in that way is a really nice thing to do. That looks good on you because you're going to be victorious and you're going to wear it well. Let's just put it that way. Victory looks good on you. Okay, let's get a little bit deeper in this message though. What's going on underneath the surface of this message? I mean, I feel like we covered it already, but I do want to get a little bit deeper into this reading today. Yeah, here you go. You're taking action. You're moving forward. You're finding a way to make something very clear, to change your life. Irreversible changes to your life. You are evolving. You no longer fit in where you are at. You've outgrown a situation. There's the King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Okay, there's also Scorpio here. There could be a very bold, audacious, masculine energy who is all about getting up and going and making things happen and speaking his mind clearly, directly, in no uncertain terms. And it could be a little confrontational, a little combative at times, but like he's a leader. He is a visionary. This could be you, or this could just be like someone that you're connecting with, or this is the energy that you are embodying at this time. You're going to go for it. You're going to make these changes happen. You're not just going to sit back and wait for it to fall in your lap. You are taking action and going for it. Yeah, there's the Strength card. That is Leo energy. That is you coming out on, like, underneath the whole thing. At the bottom of it all is you, your willpower, your soft power. Because it's not always about force and pushing and shoving and, you know, making things happen. It's also about finesse and diplomacy and directing your emotions, controlling your emotions, your desires, your drives, that animalistic part of yourself, and directing that magic life force energy towards the goal that you have in mind, that willpower, that self-control, that self-mastery. But there's something about soft power that also comes out, because it's like, she's not, look at this woman, this is the Empress, Venus, and she's petting a lion. She doesn't have the lion in chains. She doesn't have it in a cage. The lion is not caged, okay? She's very friendly with this lion. Maybe she raised this lion from a cub, but she can pet this lion. It's licking her hand. This lion loves her. This is her baby pet lion. Like, they are best friends. So she doesn't have to hit this lion or whip this lion or abuse this lion. She loves this lion, and it's through that kind of love, the power of love. The power of it, it's like she's domesticated. She turned this wild beast into her friendly little kitty cat pet lion friend, familiar, you know? And there's something to that here where you get a lot more, what is it? You get a lot more ants with sugar than with salt, or something like that. I don't know why you'd want ants, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get a lot more success with sweetness and kindness, or soft. There's an interesting mixture of being both bold and audacious and outspoken and like forceful with the Knight of Swords, King of Wands, Death card situation here, Chariot. This is all about willpower, force, pushing, making it happen, taking action, doing it. Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck, Ace of Wands. It's like, yeah, there's like a riotous, it's like a riot, you know? It's like so much energy, so much force, so much potential. Also, by the way, all of the aces have come out. But look, the Four of Swords. So there's this balance between knowing when to push and knowing when to relax, knowing when to be active and to make it happen and to take action, and knowing when to receive and to rest and to replenish and recharge your batteries. I feel like there's an interesting balance coming through right now that I'm seeing in this reading between the hard power of forcefulness and the soft power of relaxing and the Empress of love and beauty and comfort. There's something about that here. Okay, I'm getting another message too. Okay, but it's okay, hold on. One thing at a time. Okay. Cuz the Empress is all about love and nature and comfort and softness, femininity. She's the goddess. The goddess does not compete with anybody. The goddess does not compare to anybody. She receives the blessings of love and abundance in her life. She doesn't have to do anything. She just is. She just is. But look, we were talking about, she's in this is the Empress here in the Strength card. And she conquers a situation with love. Like, she dominates a situation with love. She domesticates the wild animal with love by feeding it and taking care of it. Okay, I feel like I'm digressing and I want to get back on track. Yeah, what is this? Five of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, feeling like you don't have enough, needing to straighten out your life, needing to straighten out your finances, investing in your health, your wellness, your pentacles, your bank account, building up your bank account, your finances. You have a plan here. You need to get ready for this. You're healing from something here. Things are about to get a lot better for you. You may need to be brave and courageous in the way that you tackle this issue. Okay. Yeah, things are changing for the better. I got the Wheel of Fortune. There's fate. There's destiny. The wheel is always turning. Let's get at the bottom of this. Let's get to the bottom of this message for us, please, today. The Ten of Swords. Yeah. Okay, so you have the courage to end something. You have the courage to walk away from something that's already ended. Something's dead. Something's over. Came out right underneath the Death card. Page of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, invitation to do something new, something better, growing. It says like, okay, hold on. And we got the Lovers. Yep, you have a decision to make here. Queen of Pentacles, the Judgment, the Magician. The Temperance, Seven of Wands, the Fool. There's a lot of momentum building up. There's a lot at stake, I just heard. Be gentle with yourself. Take it easy. Take your time. Don't rush into it too hard. You're gonna either have a soft landing or a hard landing. And I think you want the soft landing. So get prepared. Take this time to get ready. Yes, there is something you are called to do. You have a higher calling here. It's also related to your fate, your destiny, what you're destined to receive into the future. You're answering the call. You have the courage of your convictions. You have the audacity of hope. You are accepting the consequences of doing what you know you need to do, doing the right thing, doing it your way, doing what you want to do in the way that you want to do it. This is also like a warrior spirit that is like hearing the call and is answering the call and is like going all in on this. There's no turning back from this at all. It's a point of no return. But you have this inspiration, see, that keeps you going. You're so inspired to do this. You have a vision to do this. You know you need to do this. So you're called to be mindful, to position yourself to receive, and also to take action when it's appropriate. Are we getting that? Yeah, we're getting this idea that's like, okay, you have so much potential here. You have a great opportunity. You don't want to hesitate and miss out on the opportunity. You don't want to rush in and waste or squander the opportunity. You want to take your time, think it through, be present, be mindful. There's something so magical about this. It takes time. It takes a little effort. You know, you're going to work on this. Yes, plan for this. You need plans. You need to make a plan. You need a solid plan, something like that. You have something here that you're going to do, that you are invested in doing. This is someone who does not look, or rather, I almost misspoke. Hold on, let me say this. The Queen of Pentacles and the Fool card with the Six of Pentacles. Success is guaranteed with good planning, realistic planning, good money management. Okay, you may be very lucky. You may have these beautiful blessings of abundance in your life. But there's also this idea of making good choices and doing the right thing with this. And there's someone... okay, I'm getting a lot of messages coming through very quickly right now. So I just want to say this is a general reading for Leo. If you'd like specific personal details, we could do a personal reading. You could email me for that. I'm getting a whole lot of different things here, but I think the most important takeaway right now is that something I've been thinking about with the Six of Pentacles. You can only give something to someone that they are ready to receive. You can only give to someone what they are ready to receive. So if you want to receive this, prepare yourself to receive it. Put yourself in a position, in the right place, at the right time, doing the right thing in order to recognize and receive these blessings of abundance in your life that are coming through for you, that belong to you. This is yours. It's already written. It's already yours. But it's not just going to fall into your lap out of nowhere. There's something you need to do to make it happen. You may be even like manifesting this, doing some kind of magic, but it's not enough to just think about what you want. That's what this is saying. It's like, and you probably already know this. So you have the inspiration, you have the vision, you have the resources, you've got help, someone's helping you. You've got support, something is supporting you. But it's up to you to actually do it. To take the chance, to take the lead, to take the action, to make it happen. You are called to make this happen. And you may need to leave some things behind. Because we do have that, ooh, look at that. Yeah, see, the Three of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords is here. It's like you want something so bad. Three of Swords lately has been talking to me about wanting something so bad that it hurts. Wanting something that you feel like you can't have. and having to make important or difficult choices about exactly what you're going to do. But I just saw the Queen of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Six of Wands. You are so motivated to find a way to get to where you want to go, to that Ten of Pentacles. And I think we saw that before. Yeah, something may be interfering with this. It may be difficult. There may be hard choices along the way. It's not without its difficulties and challenges. But look, something has to end for something new to begin. And maybe that's the hardest part, is this Ten of Swords, right? We were talking about this Four of Wands earlier as well. You have a choice. You have a choice what you're going to do. And it's only you know. Only you know. The answer is within you, the High Priestess. So spend some time in meditation alone, in solitude. In solitude, wisdom comes. In silence, we can hear it. Yeah, you may be worried about this. You need to spend some time in introspection, planning and thinking about the future. And this may be, it may be heavy at times, but you know what you're called to do. You have there's a purpose to this, to what you're manifesting. Okay, so you have a choice here. The Lovers is here. The Lovers represents obviously a romantic partnership, but it also represents decisions, choices. It's your choice. It's up to you. I see someone being very decisive. Something feels like it's over, yeah. And you can't hold on to it. You can't go back. You have to be brave and strong to handle. I think, again, it's like this idea of the Seven of Wands is like, yeah, brave, strong, courageous, focused, forceful, but also understanding and accepting the consequences of doing what you believe is the right thing to do. Because it's going to change certain things. There's cause and effect here. This is also, what is it? Mars in Leo. Mars in Leo. Yeah. This is just someone who is totally believes in what they're doing and does not question what they are doing. You're unquestionable, like no doubt whatsoever in your mind, unquestioning, not questioning. And again, the Three of Wands is like Aries energy. You're totally self-assured, self-confident in your ability to handle whatever comes up and to deal with situations and to handle it with care as well. It's like you're handling this situation with care. This is also the Sun in Gemini. The Ten of Swords is the Sun in Gemini. And this is Gemini energy. The Lovers is Gemini energy. This is Gemini. So there's Leo, Gemini, Scorpio, Cancer, Sagittarius, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and more Gemini and Virgo energy with the Magician because it's Mercury. Okay, I'm going to get you... Where's my other deck that I want to... Oh, there it is. It's right next to me. I'm going to get you 3 cards from the Mystic Moments deck, and we're going to use these 3 cards to get your angel number today. We're going to add them together. This may repeat, reiterate, clarify, or confirm anything at all in the reading today. I'm especially looking at like this last line here. Okay, so if this is the Death card, this Ten of Swords, right, and something is over and there's no going back, it's irretrievable, it's irreversible. This is a transformation that is taking place, that is inevitable, it must take place. Okay, there was a before this happened, and then there's an after this happened. Like a chapter of your life is completely over, and it feels like it's very uncomfortable or painful for you. Well, if that's the death, right, if that's the ending, then the judgment is being reborn. That's the new beginning. That is rising up from the grave. That is being called to rise. That's like the rapture. You know what I mean? On Judgment Day. It's like the dead will rise again into a new holy body. And the Queen of Pentacles talks about the body too. So it's like, this is your new body. This is your new home. This is where you really belong. This is where you're called to be, called to go. And with the Temperance being there and the Magician, it's like you are consciously creating this, co-creating with the universe. Very mindful, very conscientious, very present in the moment, paying attention to what you're doing. And doing it on purpose. Purposefully, with purpose, with focus. Okay, I also just heard with pride. Yeah. Yeah, because the King of Wands is proud of what he does. he would not do something he's not proud to do. Typically, I mean, he that's him as an archetype, you know? The King of Wands archetype is like proud of what he does. He's proud of his vision. He's an entrepreneur. He's a go-getter. He's going to get up and go. He's going to make it happen in no uncertain terms. He's going to speak his mind. And he's completely believes in himself, 100%. Believes in what he's doing, believes in his choices. He just knows he's right, which, I mean, that can be, I don't know, a little arrogant sometimes, a little egotistical. It doesn't mean he's never wrong. In fact, the Ten of Swords can sometimes talk about realizing you were wrong about something. And it may be very uncomfortable, but you end up having to, like, change your mind and face it. Something's ruined. Something's over, you know? But isn't this ultimately leading you to making some very important decisions in your life to change your life and go in this new direction? Because, you know, the Ten of Swords becomes the ace in the circle, in the cycle of the arcana, in the cycle of the suit. And so we have the ace here and the 10. So it's like for every new beginning, there is another ending. Some other beginnings end, right? So there's an ending and a new beginning here. You can't have a new beginning without an ending. And I feel like that's what it's saying and speaking about and talking about. Okay, so we've got, yeah, the Hanged Man, the Ten of Wands. Letting something go, letting go of something that's been burdening you. It's over. Something is over and something new is opening up for you. There's also this idea of the path of least resistance. Okay. And then the King of Swords. Very serious, very goal-oriented, very intelligent, perspicacious, perceptive. Getting really clear, getting really serious. Basically. Seeing things from a new perspective, seeing things in a new way. Eight of Cups again. Yeah. Yep. There's your journey. You're walking away. You feel some sense of remorse or regret or kind of unhappy, but you know that this is the right thing for you to do. You're not... And it seems like there's some bittersweetness here. Because you know this is exciting. You know this is what you want to do. You know that you're being called to do it. But that doesn't mean it's easy. It's weighing very heavily on you. And you may end up delegating some of the responsibility or releasing some kind of a burden here that's weighing you down and really cutting something from your life or getting really, like making some kind of really intelligent or decisive judgment call, right? Like some kind of serious decision here based on your intelligence, your education, applying your intelligence and your education to whatever this is. The path of least resistance. You know what I was thinking about? How water is pulled along by gravity. And it does not move on its own volition, but it moves because gravity pulls it. Like the brook or the stream or the river, the rushing river full of water. It's not moving of its own volition. It doesn't have its own internal force. It is moved along by external forces, external factors. And yet, that river has the power to erode the landscape and change the landscape forever. That's the soft power of the water. And that's how you get something like the Grand Canyon. So even though the water is not being moved of its own volition, there still is so much power. It has so much power and force that it can irreversibly change a landscape through its influence. Anyway, interesting, right? I just love meditating on these things. What does it mean? Mysteries of the universe. So let's read... Yeah, like you're letting go of something that's been weighing you down and you know that this is the right thing to do, or it's like this is your decision to make. Anyway, let's read from the book, the Angel Number book, because the Hanged Man is number 12, 1 and 2 is 3. The Ten of Wands is 10, 1 and 0 is 1. So we got 3, 1, and the court cards, I count them as 0. So 3, 1, 0. Number 310. So this could, again, confirm, clarify, repeat, reiterate, or add something to the message, a new dimension to the message, or a whole nother message altogether. We'll see. Maybe it'll summarize. Maybe it's something we need to think about. Okay, here we go. We've got 310. Transfer energy. Giving is receiving. Your angels are asking you to channel the divine and give back to those in need. Your own gift comes when you give to others. Take inventory of a few people in your life who may need more than they feel comfortable asking for, and do something special for them. Okay. Interesting. The transfer of energy reminds me of the Temperance card too, because he's transferring that energy back and forth from these cups. And it reminds me of the Six of Pentacles as well, like giving, being very generous, offering something, helping someone. Yeah. But the Six of Pentacles talks about giving from your own abundance, but only as much as you can. Like giving from excess, like making sure you have your own self covered first, your own bills covered first, and then giving from what's left over. Anyway, I like how that relates. Giving is receiving. Give back to those in need. Your own gifts come to you when you give to others. Take inventory of a few people in your life who may need more than they feel comfortable asking for, and do something special for them. Okay, do something special for someone special in your life. You know, there's another way we could read this. We've got the Hanged Man, which is 12, 1, 2. 10 is 1, so 1, 2, 1. Let's look at number 121, because I feel like it. Healing. You are repairing yourself. The wounds are still healing, but your angels are with you during this time. They want you to know that someday it won't hurt as much as it does today. Yeah, that's like the Ten of Swords here. It won't hurt as much as it does today. Spend some time with innocent creatures today. Children, animals, or anyone who has pure love in their heart. Feel the unconditional love of the divine when you look in their eyes. Oh, that's beautiful. It won't hurt as much. So someday it's not going to hurt that bad. It's not going to hurt as much. Right now, if you're in pain, someday it's not going to hurt as much. Spend some time with innocent creatures today. Children, animals, or anyone who has pure love in their heart. Feel the unconditional love of the divine when you look in their eyes. So if you have pets, animals, children, spend some time with them. That's some advice for you. And that's what I've got for you today, Leo. Oh, you know what? Let's get you a Hecate oracle. Let's see what the goddess Hecate has to say. And then closing message for Leo from the goddess Hecate. Today, we've got sacredness, the temple at Lagina. And at the bottom, we have beginnings, the new moon. So there's a new beginning here. The new moon is when we plant the seeds of our intentions that we intend to harvest at the full moon. So planting that seed, sacred new beginning. But let's just read for sacredness for a closing message. I feel like the Hierophant was talking about sacredness too. Like the ritual, making a ritual of your routine. Turning it into a sacred ritual, approaching your daily life. What if you did? What if you approached your day-to-day life as a sacred ritual? Your schedule becomes sacred. Your routine is elevated in a spiritual consciousness. And is there a mindfulness practice that's a part of that? Being very mindful. I just saw the Ace of Wands. Yeah, it's like this could be energizing for you. There's something very fertile about that. Okay, sacredness. We'll read this before we go. How do you evoke the sacred in the real world to honor the goddess? Your body is a living, breathing temple to Hecate, and how you treat it and look after it will reflect how you feel on multiple levels. That is so Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. So, how we treat our bodies will start to help us recognize how we can bring the sacred into our everyday being. stand in the sacred temple of Hecate and worship. So we were talking about that earlier, weren't we? Seeing the sacred magic in the mundane, feeling that magic in the everyday and the day-to-day routine, and the things that we do today determine our life tomorrow. The things we do this week, this month, this year determine our life next week, next month, next year. And if we approach our daily life and our daily routine with that kind of reverence for the sacred, we can elevate our routine into a ritual. We can turn our schedule into something sacred. We can bring that sacredness into our real world to honor the goddess, to honor our bodies. The body is a living, breathing temple. How you treat it and look after it will reflect how you feel on multiple levels. Treat your body and recognize how we can bring the sacred into our everyday being. So bringing that sacred into your everyday being is what Hecate wants you to do. First, it starts with how you treat your body. Then it starts with how you treat your home. Your body and your home are coming into a strong focus today. And this is where you get the energy, right? This is where you get the energy to make the moves in your life. So maybe you're moving to a new home. And maybe you're starting a new fitness routine, or you're starting to see the results, or you're getting really good at it. And so you've outgrown a situation, and now you are consciously co-creating with the universe a new situation that is more in alignment with who you really are. Wow. Okay, well, that's what I've got for you today, Leo. I hope this was helpful. I hope this was of service to you. If you enjoyed this and you'd like a personal reading, my email is in the description box below. You can email me. I'll let you know how it works. You let me know what you need. But in any case, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today. And I will see you in the next one, okay? Bye-bye.